So let's begin to discuss what we have come here to talk about, which is bedmatics. So I recently celebrated my 5 years anniversary, and I was like, oh God, there are a lot of things I wish people taught me about the other room, which I did not learn. So I kind of struggled through 5 years of marriage. But since my YouTube channel is about sharing, why not? I try to share this knowledge with my audience, especially those that are about to get married, or you've been married for some time, or even if though you've been married for a long period of time, it seems like you've lost all your touches. Well, this video is to teach you about how to elevate your bedmatic skills and make sure that your spouse licks the palm of your hands. You get that gist? All right, so if you are not yet an adult, or if you are not about to get married, or you are not even married, I think it's time for you to drop off, because this is serious adult talk. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into it. Stay tuned. So some of these things that we are going to discuss, they kind of like give some hints during marriage counseling, but they do not go deep into the main, like the cocoa of the matter. They do not spell it out for you. So getting into marriage, you're kind of like lost or confused on which one to do. So in no particular order, I'm just going to be going through 5 points that I feel, based from my experience, can really help couples level up in the other room and get their sex life back. So the first thing I'm going to be discussing is marinate your spouse. Now you may mean, what is marinate? So as women, if you want to, or even men cook these days, if you want to cook chicken, you kind of put all the spices, you put your maggi, you put your salt, you put your thyme, and kind of work it into the chicken. Then sometimes you can put it into the freezer or fridge for it to stay for like 1 hour or 2 hours. The reason you are doing this is to prepare the chicken, so that when you eat it, it's going to come out tasty. Now, this is what it means when you marinate your spouse. You want to ensure that your spouse is in the mood, like you want to set the mood. Now, this does not have to occur a few minutes before the action, or even 1 hour before the action. Sometimes it can even happen like days before the action, or the morning of, before the action. And so things like, sending a sexy text message, just put some words together that kind of play around in the mind of your spouse, can really help. If you are looking for examples, you can go online. You will see text messages that you can send, or even WhatsApp messages that you can send to your spouse, that will just make them think like, when did my wife or when did my husband start this one? That is what marinating your spouse. Now you can take it another level. To another level, you can give flowers. Yeah, I know my Nigerian way, like, who likes flowers? If your own is biscuits, you can buy biscuits for that woman. You can buy flowers, buy perfume, just a way to just set the mood. Also, you can give he or her a massage. Just tell her to relax and just kind of walk your way down. Release those tension, in your spouse. Another way that I found them very interesting, is by complimenting. Give them compliments. Just say, you look beautiful today. Or just say, Odogu, you're on point today. Those sweet words, like face to face, can really enter deep into their soul, and before you know it, they are falling for you. And then you might start suspecting, what does this man want from me? What does this woman want from me? But guess what? You've gotten your way into their hearts. Now, this is even from a Bible verse. So I checked up some Songs of Solomon. You know that everything, sexual about the Bible is in Songs of Solomon. And this was something that King Solomon also did. He complimented his spouse. You can check out Songs of Solomon 4 verse 1 to 3 to look at compliments that Solomon gave. You can also check out Songs of Solomon 5 verse 10 to 16. You can see as a woman, what compliments can you give a man? Let's learn from the scripture, guys. So that's the first step. Marinate them. Make sure that you leave them wanting for more. You can even try and create a picture of what they are missing. For example, undressing in front of your spouse. Have you tried that? Like in the morning when you're about to go to work, undress in front of them. Wear your birthday suits and then leave them, show them what they are missing. Something is going to happen that night. Alright guys, let's move to the next point. Is that you need to step up your hygiene levels. Oh, so before I got married, I did used to take like bathing at night serious. I just used to bathe in the morning like once in a day and I'm off. But since I got married, I became deliberate about my hygiene because my body is no longer my own. So you need to take your hygiene serious by bathing twice. You need to bathe morning and you need to bathe night. If you are listening to me and you've just been bathing in the morning and you are married, stop it, stop it. It's a no, no, no. You need to bathe twice, especially at night, because guess what? You've gone around, all the dust, all the stress, the sweat of the day, and they're just there. Even yourself, how do you feel comfortable not bathing at night? Because when the way you bathe, that you become calm, you become relaxed, then you need to brush your teeth twice. Nobody wants to go and be kissing mouth that is smelly, no, oga. Madam, you need to brush twice also. This is also good habit because it just kind of improves your oral hygiene. You find out that you are less prone to plagues and those teeth problems, and overall you are more attractive to your spouse. So studies have shown that there's a connection between odors and the sexual instincts. Like when you smell good, the other person receives a signal, and that signal is sent to their brain, and it kind of releases the sexual hormones. The same thing, a nice smelling guy pass by, a woman turns and she just says, no, this guy is sexy. So it even turns some people on, like when you smell nice. So you need to buy deodorants if you cannot even afford perfume. What about deodorant? Deodorant is cheap. Oh. Ikechi, deodorant is cheap. Buy deodorant and just spray it at night. So I myself, I don't know how to sleep without using deodorant or even perfume. Like when I use it to sleep, I kind of sleep better because I like to smell good even in my sleep, in my dreams. Now imagine someone close to me, it just calls the other person. So please, you need to smell good. You need to brush your teeth. You need to bathe twice. Also, you need to wear clean lingerines or undies. We're still going to come to lingerines. But even though it is nightwear you are wearing or your undies, it needs to be clean because oga or madam can come anytime. You need to be prepared as a married person. Action can come anytime. So the motto of married people is what? Always be prepared. Yeah. So hygiene levels up. I also want to mention that as a woman, now I'm speaking to women and ladies here, that you want to ensure that when you are cleaning your VJJ, that you do not use perfumed soap. So the advice is that you use unscented soap and warm water. Now, sometimes you may not even have to use soap at all. If it's possible with you, don't even use soap at all. Warm water is enough. But I know some of my ladies out there like, how won't I wash down there? So you can just buy unscented soap or unperfumed soap and wash with warm water. Also, when you are wiping your VJJ, you want to wipe from the front, the back. That's because the vajayjay is like a very sterile place. Bacteria are not really found there. But guess what? Where bacteria are really found? In the anus. And so when you are wiping from back to front, you kind of bring the E. coli and all those other bacteria from the anus and introduce it into the vagina. So you want to prevent that by wiping from the front to the back. You need to stay healthy for your spouse. Your body is not your own. If you are doing some practices before, you need to step up your game. Also, as a man, you need to ensure that you clean down there with warm water. Let it be clean and ready, for the old lady of the house. Now, if you are a woman or you are a lady, this is the time for you to what? Come closer. Because we need to discuss something very serious. This next point is that you need to dress the part. Now, imagine if you are watching NTA, like since when you've been born, is NTA you've always been watching. Would you get tired? You'll be tired. But if you watch NTA today, tomorrow, you watch Go TV and you see African Magic, you see another station tomorrow, you always be interested and coming back for more. So ladies, you need to step up in your dressing. And now I'm not talking about dressing outside, because what are you trying to impress outside? I'm talking about dressing in your home. So this part can even start way before the action. It can start in the morning. You need to show that man, like, this is my asset. So you can start with wearing of tight organ outfits and just walk around your house. Show your curves. Show the thing that your mama gave you. And let her just start thinking. Let him start marinating his mind. Also, you need to put up light makeup. It can just be lip gloss, it can be powder, yeah, and just you look beautiful. God made you beautiful, so don't hide it, especially for your spouse. Don't hide it. Don't hide that beauty. Stop it. Stop it. Don't hide that beauty. Flaunt it. So I happen to live with some group of alajas in my uni days, and you need to see what these alajas wear like under their outfits. Someone that covers her hair from head to toe. You need to see the kind of beads that they put around their waist. Some even pierce their ears. I'm like, what are you doing all this for? And they're like, when I get married, my husband. I'm like, hey. So all those camouflage you do outside, your husband is really getting nice views in the house. So why not? As a lady, you need to flaunt what you have, especially for your husband. So I would suggest that you wear tight, revealing outfit, especially when you don't even have kids. You're supposed to even be walking around naked. Say, what are you hiding? But if there are kids, try and manage the situation well. You can kind of like make sure everybody is fed and try and put them to sleep early. Then go and get into your outfit. So I have something for you guys. Have you guys ever tried wearing something like this? This is it. This is what they call lingering. This lingering. There is no how somebody would see you in this, and heads are not going to turn. So, ladies, you need to step up. It doesn't have to be this. It can be something sexy for your man in the house. And this is because men are visual creatures. Like, they react to what they see. So if they see somebody that is beautiful, a man may not even have a connection with that person, but something beautiful, they just admire and they're like, oh, I wish. So don't make them wish outside. Do it in your own house. Like, show them what they are missing. Let the hormones, the serotonin, no. Let the testosterone, let them start working by giving that man what he bought, what he bargained for. not what I ordered for versus what I'm getting. Give him what he ordered for, which is a beautiful, sexy wife, to help him release that tension. Now, let's talk about trying unconventional ways. There's this mistake a lot of people make. They always expect that the other spouse be the one to initiate the action. It doesn't have to be that way, my sister or my brother. Anybody can. So if you find out that maybe your husband is always the one having to initiate it, next time let it be you. Try it out and just kind of roll something in that man. So stop it. Like if you've been doing that, no, don't always wait for the other person. You also can initiate it. It's also a way of arousing the man or the woman, and that can also help to step up your bedmatic skills. Now, do you know? Do you know that there are over 60 sex styles? Like me, self, I'm learning. I just discovered that. I didn't know. So there are a lot to in your universe for you to pick from. So it doesn't always have to be missionary. Like I'm sure missionary self is tired. Please explore. Like if you don't explore with your spouse, who else are you going to explore with? So you need to explore. You need to Google up on the right information, read books. There are even a lot of Christian books on this thing, that you will see. Then there's this book, Every Woman. So there are books that can help you. Check out this book. It is called Love, Sex, and Lasting Relationships. If you are confused, read books, read people. I also have this one. Don't mind that it's scattered like this. It's called The Marriage Art. And there's even this book, Every Woman, that you can read as a woman. There are books you can read as a man, just to have an idea of the different positions and all. Stop always giving your husband the same style. Husband, stop always giving your wife the same style. Explore people. So you can even try out different places. It's not just in the bedroom, provided your kids are asleep. And if you don't even have kids, the more the better. For now, so you can even explore. So you can try out the sitting room, you can try out the kitchen, try out in the shower. That is one nice place, in the shower. And you can even explore like outside of your house. What about in the car? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Can you ever try in the car? What about in his office? Or in your office? Because maybe you are the CEO and you have an office to yourself. Why not try it out there? No always I just want you guys to spice it up. So that's the message. So try out new sports, try out new styles, try out new things that you don't have to go out of your way, things that are godly, things that are in line with the scriptures. So please explore, enjoy yourself. The Bible says that enjoy the wife of your youth. Because there's a time coming that you guys will not be able to enjoy each other as much. So enjoy yourself right now. Enjoy. So in your free time, I want you to read Songs of Solomon 7, verse 11 to 12. You really get a clue of where you can try next there. Don't say I did not tell you. Don't say I did not teach you anything. So my last but not the least is that you need to talk to each other about what you want. So yes, I've mentioned these things, but you find out that your spouse may not even want these things. They may want another thing. So communication is very key. In marriage, you need to speak. Okay, what styles do you want? What outfits do you like? What turns you on? What perfume do I spray that you really like? And just try and work with each other's needs, and you will see a difference. You need to find out the 5 love languages of your spouse. Now, some people like quality time. Like for some people, they just want you to be there. They just want, you to let's cook together. Or when I'm cooking, stand there and let's gist. When I'm washing clothes, just be by my side. Don't go and hang out with any guy. Don't go and watch football with people. Just be with me. Quality time. That may be what your spouse wants. So please, as much as within your power, give that person. And that person may be acts of service. For people that like acts of service, they just want you to lend an helping hand. They may be like, oh baby, don't cook today, just go and relax. I'm going to cook dinner. Or I want to fix my car, I want to take my car to the car. Oh baby, don't worry. I'm going to help you take your car to the car wash. You just set the mood for that man or that woman. And when they now want the action at night, there's no how they are not going to release their hearts to you. So you need to know what your partner needs. Also, some people it can be gifts. Many, I'm a gift person. Just buy me Ferrari. It's over. Like it's over. That's on the lighter mood. But some people like gifts. They like chocolates. They like flowers. They like bags. They like hair. They like makeup. Some people don't even bother buying anything. Just give them the money. Just like give them money, and you've gotten them. Now there are another set of people that what they want is touch. Like they are the hugging people, they are the kissing people, they are the smooshing people. So you need to find out. And some people they just like to be touched in a particular part. Have you asked your spouse, where do you like me to touch you? Is that a question, that a conversation that has come up? Sometimes you can just even be exerting energy on where does not need to be exerted on. Why not just find out the shortcuts and get that person to where they want to be, which is cloud nine? So you need to find out communication very key. And for some people like me, sometimes it can just be words of affirmation, just make me feel good, just sweet talk me, just tell me I'm the best, just tell me I'm the sugar in your tea, I'm the honey in your drink, I'm the cockroach in your cupboard, just make me feel good and you already have it. So if you are like me and somebody is now buying you gifts, that person is just digging well where there is no water, because you will not get there. So you need to find out what your spouse wants. Communication is like I'll call it like the foundation of the other four things. Once you find out what they want, then you now start to work towards it. And I'm sure that with this point, your bedmatics skills is going to level up. So I want testimonies. Like I want you guys to go and try out those things. And I want to hear if it worked for you or if it did not work. Or let's just share experiences in the comment section. And let me know which one of it are you going to be trying out first. Or is it something, one of it that you're already doing and you're already seeing results? Let us know. Share your experiences. It could be not you, it may be for a friend or a story that you've heard. I just want to hear, let's just be free. Aside married people, there's really no group or space to talk about those things. But it needs to be said because a lot of marriages are suffering because of the other room. Like a lot of people are clueless about this stuff. A lot of people think it is sinful, which it is not. So you just need to find help from the right place. And that's why I thought to share my experience. So please, if this video was helpful, why not give it a thumbs up so that it can reach other people. Also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do like a marriage series where I talk about things affecting marriage, relationship, at least for my next 4 videos. So you don't want to miss it. Please click on your notification bell so that you will hear when I drop a new video. With that, I've come to the end of this video. Guys, be good. I love you guys. I love the support you are giving me. And I want us to be friends. So please, you can connect with me privately on my email address. Drop a message. DM me on Instagram. Wherever you can catch me, please catch me. I want to be caught. All right, guys, till my next video. Be good and bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.